Yeah, we're back. Straight like that. Your boy fresh off of COVID-19. Trying to take me out.
Too loud.
Trying to kill me. But you know what? Yet I rise. You know what I'm saying? Yet I rise, bro. Try to take me out. I didn't let it happen. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, everybody? It's your boy James Abrams. Chad in the building. We got BK Visuals.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
The house.
Yes, sir.
So BK, who says the BK visuals on your
You're right. Is it the same one as
yeah.
No. So it's so crazy though. So like that was the inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Hearing that drop. It was other photographers, videographers that was doing their thing. They was posting their little logos, but I'm like, man, I gotta have something that stick out. And something about that, when you hear that Maybach music, when you hear that on the track, it's like it instantly pull you in. So I'm like, I need something like that. You know?
Definitely. You kill it every time, man. Like your work is has its own look, has its own style, unique, man. You have such a range of work you're doing. But I mean, like you've done stuff for me on the fitness side. You done rappers. You doing Bel Air now. You just doing like. You all over the place, but your stuff always looks quality, and I think that you've always provided nice quality work. You know what I'm saying? Like it's amazing. Yeah, real talk.
Appreciate it.
Plus the cheat meals.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Am I saying that right?
So it's cheat day.
Cheat day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cheat day.
So that's an interesting. So I actually partnered up with the guys. They was already doing some production there, and they reached out. It made sense. I was like, this is a great opportunity to do something for the city. It was like one of those like reality shows or something like that. So I was like, oh man, this is gonna be dope. You know what I mean? So I got a chance to shoot with them. Other shooters that's involved. It was like Drico Lamar, Vine. He's another shooter. So it was like being able to work with those other shooters to me was a great opportunity.
Could you guys see yourself on a reality show? Would you agree to doing a reality show?
I would.
I'm talking about like
depends on what it is. Like, what's the reality about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you drop, you seen the one where you like dropped on an island, and then like every 10 minutes, another guy or girl peels around the corner, and they're all sizing them up. It's like
I don't want to do nothing like that. I don't want to do nothing like that. Like I could do Survivor, something like that, or I can do like some love and hip hop stuff where it's kind of like just my everyday life.
I'm actually surprised there isn't one for trainers. Some type of
training.
Like,
but you know what though? But what's crazy is like all like the love and hip hops, all different shows. There's always some trainer working his way up on the show. You know what I'm saying? So
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. I've seen it enough.
Can we just take a quick pause? Every time you shake your head, that's gonna bother me. There's a little pocket to tuck it in, bro.
I know, man, but I ain't feel like doing all that, man.
I know, but it's just
now I'm on camera doing this now. This is stupid.
It's like like when you have a hanger,
and it's just sitting there,
but no one says anything.
But bro, I'm not.
Those aren't your friends.
I'm not gonna be doing this all day.
Give me your hat.
No,
I'm gonna help you.
Leave me alone.
Don't you want to? I'm talking like it's live.
Anyways, bro, so
man. It's good to be back in the studio.
I'm glad to be back in the studio. I'm glad we're back. It's been a lot of stuff going on, man. The Olympics is popping.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about that. It's only a couple events that people really watch though. Like really.
Which ones?
Like track. You know what I'm saying? You watch the gymnastics. You watch. You know what I'm saying? Like swimming. You watch a little bit.
Volleyball's a good one. Volleyball gets slept on.
You watch basketball a little bit. A little bit. Just
basketball's the one I don't watch.
Wow.
Because you could see it any other day. But track, which isn't an event.
But you understand what I'm saying. You're so technical, man.
I make sure you know.
Just before this video started, I told him I have one wife already, and we were already arguing, and I don't understand why I have to argue with you like this, bro.
You want me to tell you why you're doing something?
No, bro.
Yeah, that's what you just asked me.
Why, bro? What's wrong with you?
Let me tell you why I appreciate BK. Because this man, first of all, we talk about your work. Obviously, it speaks for itself. I always appreciate the gear. We're sock guys. So, guys, check out the socks. Okay? You got them in black and white and black. Like, this is my style, these kind of socks. It has dope. But aside from all that, I think, and what probably separates anyone in the service industry or client industry is how you treat people.
Right.
Obviously, you got to have a certain level of work, right? But I think the way you work with people and treat people can put you over the top. So
I mean, also, but like
kudos to you, bro.
you deal with a range of people too, right?
Man.
So like, like you dealing with rappers, then you got fitness people, then you got corporate people. Like you just gotta have a nice range.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying. So BK is in shape though. You want a few videographers, photographers that are in shape. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
What are you doing these days, fitness wise?
So, this morning I got up and did my 6 a.m. So now I'm a routine 6 a.m. workout. Had to take it back to the old football days.
Okay.
Get my day started with the workout, man. So
Okay.
I go in at 6 a.m. I'm not doing the same workout as football before, so it's kind of lighter weight, but just trying to get the reps in, build the endurance up. I mean, people think that carrying a camera around is simple, but you carrying it for 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
And the equipment that I carry, it can get you up to like 50 pounds depending on what you add on there. You got to be in shape. You got to be in great shape. So I try to stay on it.
and you about to go to Miami.
Yes.
Are you
yes.
you for work? You work?
So this would be for pleasure, I guess,
Okay.
for fun. This
Yeah.
time around. But typically it's for business. Yeah.
Yeah, doing all that in the heat. I'm a sweat box.
Yeah.
I'm sweating as we speak, bro.
Bro, wedding season? Wedding season? Oh man, I can't even imagine. You just slept there in a polo because you gotta look
You're
professional.
all black, right?
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
it-
you know what? Honestly, like, I kind of just felt like the client. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you get those clients that want you to be,
Fly.
and then some people want you to fit like you part of the, the
Wedding
entourage.
parties, the
Yeah, so it's
entourage.
like, I try to fit in where I can fit in,
Let me tell you, I had when we got married, we had a guy who did security.
Okay.
He actually reached out and said he wanted to do security.
Marlon?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank God, because he would not be secure.
It was he was in the wedding.
Okay.
But this was a guy I didn't know him. I knew his brother for years.
Okay.
So I trusted him through that connection. He said, "You won't even know I'm there. I have a guy with me. You won't even know. He'll be in the parking lot. I'll be in the reception." He's in every picture. He's in every picture in the background with his arms crossed. And I'm like, this guy.
Say Waldo, huh?
But he did a good job, but like
Exactly.
but not disrupting anything. He didn't stand out.
No. It's just like he said. It's like Waldo. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, there he is. Oh, no, there he is again.
Well, but hey, he was being security.
You're right. He
was being
was.
security.
He
Yeah.
was.
I don't know, man. Do you have a security with you now?
You know what? I've been considering it.
Yeah.
I've been considering it, especially in the night scenes when I'm following artists around.
Sure.
I've changed a little bit of the look of BK visuals. At first, I stood behind the brand. No one
Yeah.
ever knew who I was, the face. So I kind of recently just kind of converted over to being the face behind the brand. And I'm trying to fit in where I am, So I went and got the jewelry. I went and got different things that kind of stand out, and
That gets attention.
it draws attention.
Yeah, that chain is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all I love. So, but yeah, I did that, and just being in them environments, you're around artists and different stuff. This is what they're doing, and you want to kind of fit in without you sticking out like a sore thumb. Like you said, the guy in security, you won't even know I'm there, and that's how I do when I shoot. I try to move, in that way. Like you won't even know I'm in the building.
Yeah.
You'll think it's 3 or 4, 5, 6 different camera guys, and it's just
Yeah.
me.
That's raw.
Yeah, that's slick. That's slick.
So we were talking earlier, and you brought up something. You brought up the Olympics. Something I wanted to bring up regards to the Olympics were
Careful with that table, bro.
yeah, I see. Were this is a conversation, a debate that I typically have with guys, barbershop conversation or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, who has the best bodies far as athletes? Is it your track girls? Would you say track? Would you say volleyball? Would you say soccer? Would you say the discus throwers?
Well, track.
Was the 100 meters? You know what I'm saying?
Before we go any further, look at this. What was not going to happen, because we did this last time, we're not about to shame anybody.
I'm not shaming anybody.
I'll say this first.
You know me,
Track.
big girls only.
Track. Oh, so you like the shop.
You know what I'm saying?
You want the hammer throw.
I lift heavy for a reason.
You want the weightlifters.
Is that Olympic weightlifters?
Gotcha.
That's a body type.
Track's got such a wide range because you're a sprinter to your middle distance, and I'm talking about 800 runner is different, but especially then from your like 5,000.
Oh yeah, that's such a lean, long.
And then you got your long jumpers are like gazelles, like. And then you get into volleyball. I gotta say probably
Volleyball does have nice bodies. Very nice bodies.
everyone has a nice body.
Yeah.
On this show. Yes, clear. No one doesn't have a nice body.
No, but what you prefer, like if you just, but you saying like you would rank volleyball like be number one.
You're not gonna do this to me.
I was asking the question. I'm just asking the question. You would rank volleyball number
Why
one?
don't you rank?
I think.
Hey, don't get out of this BK.
Yeah, I'm looking.
He trying to be cook. He trying to be diplomatic. I think volleyball might be number one. I think 100-meter sprinters will be number two.
Yeah, it depends for me, bro. Because you're teeter-tottering with CrossFit looking athletes
on the 100-meter side.
Yeah, not always,
but some 100 meters they have nice physiques. I'm gonna leave it at that. And then you got who will be third? Not soccer. I'm not really.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling soccer. Tennis. I mean, tennis. I think when it comes to tennis, those are your athletes that they could be walking down the street, and you're like, okay.
I've seen tennis girls. They have broad shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times they have big forearms,
you're
bro.
Talking about elite.
I'm talking about elite athletes. They not. You ain't gonna sit here and act like you can't tell, bro. They be looking like athletes. They walk down the
guys,
court.
bro.
Yeah, they
bro.
You see them on TV.
They do something.
Yeah,
you
see them as a person.
You don't necessarily. Well, when I see a football player, I know you play football.
Yeah, right.
Basketball, and if you're a high jumper, I can probably call you out specifically.
Tennis, you can't too, man. Especially the top, especially at that.
So
we're talking about the top.
You mean Roger Federer?
I'm talking about the Serenas, the
Serena.
Sharapova.
Serena is different.
Yeah,
Serena looks like she could be an X-Men.
Right. She can be the best athlete. Well, she is. Some people consider like the best athlete.
Is there a female version of Aquaman?
Yeah.
I mean, she'd be up there.
Yeah. Storm.
Jason Momoa, what sport would he do? I mean, rugby, probably.
Rugby. Yeah, or volleyball. He's a tall cat.
No, he's not doing volleyball.
He's a tall, slim cat, man.
He's not slim. He's not volleyball slim.
Yes, he is, man. Yes, he is. You see the thing is when you see people on like TV screens, you think they're bigger than what they are. He ain't as big as like that.
But I'm looking at the volleyball players on the same screen.
They're okay. All right. Whatever.
I'm not letting you do this, James.
Okay. Whatever you say, bro.
I'm not letting you win this. But speaking of track, I don't know if you guys caught wind of this. Did we want to make him? Make him bury himself a hole too.
He ain't even picked top 2 or 3 or nothing.
No, but honestly though, I think y'all both got fair reasons for y'all judgment. I think for me, I think it will start maybe at 200 meter.
200 meters.
Yeah, because they're a little bit leaner. I think at 100 they're a little bit more stockier than what I would want.
Because they are stocky and they are like built for straight spin. Someone be a little big in the shoulders. The traps.
The traps. Yeah.
It's okay to have that. It's just not my preference.
Yeah. For sure. So yeah, it would be like
200 meters.
200 meters.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's yeah. 2 and 4.
Yeah,
I'm a 2 and 4 guy.
Yeah. What about the hurdlers? I'm about to say the hurdlers.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, you can't sleep on the hurdlers.
As far as like the build.
Yeah, the build.
Yeah.
They pretty much tend to have similar builds for their events.
Absolutely.
So there were 2 recent acts of sportsmanship that happened in the Olympics recently.
Okay.
In the high jump and then in the 800. So I don't know if you guys caught wind of this.
Was it the guy that helped the other guy cross?
So that was, we'll do that one that one second. The first one was an Italian and a guy from Qatar. I don't know what people from Qatar are called. I'm not going to offend anybody. Okay. You can go ahead and try. I know you got a word. You're like,
Guitarist? That's Qataranian?
They play guitar.
Qataranian?
And we just did it. They were battling I guess they're friends, so they were battling going back and forth for the highest jump. Okay. They both failed their last jumps. So the judge came up and said, you guys can do a jump off. Continue it. The guy from Qatar was like, can we both get gold? And he was like, yeah.
What?
So these guys both, yeah. And then the embrace was just crazy because then he got a chance to tell the Italian jumper that they both won gold.
Wow.
Yeah, like how many times is that?
That's the first time I've heard something like that.
I've never even, because you don't get that in racing or not racing in sprinting or distance runs, because the likelihood of two people crossing at the exact same moment is
it's always like a tenth of a second or something. Yeah.
The other incident, which I thought was kind of shysty, so it was I think it was an American runner, and a guy from can't think it was an African nation.
Wow.
In the 800 runner.
Of course, you couldn't think of the African, but you knew the brother from Qatar, huh? Racist, bruh.
Tired of you.
Racist, bruh. Oh, he's some African country, but you knew the dude from Qatar, you knew the dude from Italy, you knew they stuff,
Why
huh?
don't you look the country while I'm telling the story?
Huh? What's wrong with you, man? Disrespect.
Bruh,
you got two black people in here, you gonna do that? I can't believe you, man.
That was racist.
I can't believe you, bro.
That was racist.
Can't believe you, man. Go
You're
ahead, tell the
racist.
story. Tell the story.
He's racist. Like we got a studio audience.
Yeah.
No, so they were running the 800 and coming around for the second lap. The American was in front, not in front, but he was in front of the other guy. They got tripped up. They both fell. You know, your typical. They fall,
Yeah.
and then they do help each other to finish the race together. The Olympic Committee decided to let the one who was behind him, who tripped him, move on to the finals.
Wow.
They didn't allow the American.
Wow. So they've been in a lot of rules this year.
Yeah, America's been kind of coming up short this year on some violation stuff. We've been doing. I don't know what we did wrong, but Russia.
They're about to mess around and call us the American Olympic Committee, like Russia.
No, Russia been doping. Like they had a program to start doping you at like 12. You show some promise as an athlete, they start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's real like that, bro. It's
Because how do you feel about supplements? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not totally against them. And I mean supplements. I ain't talking about creatine and regulars. I'm talking about TRT, HGH, EPO, stuff like that. How do you feel about that? Because I know like in your industry, you might see fitness dudes. A lot of them are on it. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about it?
So like for me, I never was the guy that was like looking for the quick fix. So like I know everything comes with work, and so like I feel like any of the results that they want, if they put in the work, they can get it.
yeah.
And
it's such and you know sports, and it's been like this for a while. It's there's such high pressure to perform.
Yeah.
So the pressure to and then you got like the weight of people around you, depending on where you're coming from. Like, yeah, this is our ticket. Like we ride with him or her.
I mean, bro, I'm convinced a lot of fighters, especially, are on something. Like a lot of guys get popped for EPO, guys get popped for steroids, guys get popped for test boosting, stuff like that, and they don't get popped for like test boosting. They get popped for something like dick pills. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And they be like, you're 25. Why are you taking this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? That's how you get popped. But so I don't knock it. I just think like a lot of guys who are doing it, if you want to do it, if you're gonna do it, man, consult with a doctor. Be safe. Like make sure that you're like checking your hormone levels and all that stuff, because I know in the time that we're in, we're such a visual society. You know what I'm saying? We're such a visual society. So a lot of fitness people, especially a lot of fitness cats, especially in this game, they're doing stuff. And a lot of times, like a regular person like myself, you guys, we see these fitness people and be like, damn, I want to achieve those goals and achieve that body. But you don't know that they've been taking a shot. They've been popping this, doing that. You don't know that stuff, and so you put this false pressure on yourself. So like I'm okay with it, but I'm not okay with people denying that they take stuff, and I'm not okay with cats not being educated before they do it, because that's when you get hurt. That's when you have those heart problems and organ damage and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When you start playing around with stuff. So so like I don't mind it. Like I said, like especially in today's society, man. Like I think just like how women got BBLs, guys got steroids. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the counter, man. That's the culture. Like it's crazy. It's crazy because you get to thinking about like because it's mostly psychological. Like what's prompting you to want to do this, to get this look for this approval? You know what I'm saying? It's such a psychological thing.
I mean, as far as performance athletes, it's you don't think it's to outperform?
So even I'm not even talking about performance athletes like that. That's one level. I'm talking about like everyday humans. Like everyday humans. Like you go into the gym and it's cats on gear. It's cats on gear that don't do anything but work at AT&T.
Yeah. Well, don't you think? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that more people than not are working out for the look as opposed to the health. Now, knowing
absolutely,
absolutely. And knowing that as you work out, your health is gonna be better just by happenstance. But I mean, we live in a shallow society, bro.
Yeah.
We live in a shallow society. People want to look better than people. They want to, you know, that's the way that people were so involved.
Hey, look, listen. I'm not mad. I mean, this is my profession. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
I get to help and train and help people and stuff. I just think that like it's just a lot of people are cutting corners these days, and I just want especially young people to know, like, you see this guy, you're like, oh, wow, and they say they're natural, and they got veins in places that you ain't never seen before, and they talking about how natural they are. It's cap, and I don't want that to be people to have false pressure on themselves because of stuff that they see. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's just, I guess that's kind of like my point and my reason even bringing that up or even talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think it's like, you know, it's something that people don't address.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
BK, so how long have you been doing, what would you call it? Videography?
So the videography is just something I kind of recently picked up within the last 2.5 years or so. But it all stemmed back to 4 years ago when it all started. Like, so I had a chance to go to the parade. Cleveland Cavs had just won 2016. It was like one of the biggest things that ever happened to the city. So I wanted to document that. I feel like we will never see that again, you know. And so I had bought a camera. I thought I would take pictures with it, you know what I'm saying? But the pictures wasn't turning out great. So I put out the camera, started recording, and I kind of fell in love with capturing the body of work opposed to single moments. That particular incident with the Cavs thing, I had a couple buddies that was in the sports world, and they was like, yo, that's some dope footage, let me use some of that, you know. And it was like my first time seeing you can get paid for footage, you know what I'm saying? It was like, oh man, this is dope, I could do this. That's
similar to my thing. Like, I never knew I could get paid training people, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen cats that was trainers, and I guess because I just saw some whack trainers that would be smoking cigarettes on their break and stuff like that. Them niggas was broke. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like training, forget that. Them niggas be broke. But then I saw some guys actually make money, do well, become successful, and then I think so I definitely understand where you coming from. You like, oh, I can make money from this. Let me.
It was one of those things, and then it was just like a domino effect. Like, literally after that, the desire came and opportunity just opened up. You know, my buddy was like a role manager for Stolly, and Stolly was like, you know, he was good people's. He was doing something with MMG, and he was like, yo, you know, my boy down here in Atlanta, you want to come down and capture? I'm like, for sure. You know what I mean? Yet still had no experience. I just only video I did at that time was the Cavs. So I'm like,
I'm game. I'm game. What's up?
I mean, I ain't turning down nothing. You know what I mean? And so even in that experience, I learned a lot. You know what I mean? I was in a room and didn't even know how to move in the room, you know what I'm saying? So it was like I was just moving at my own pace, my own flow, which wound up making, you know, BK visuals now. Like, it was literally the moments that brought this to where it's at.
It's amazing, you know. I don't think it's happenstance. This is the second time I used that word today. I was my day job. I work with kids. Bro, don't do that. That's a creeper look. Stop doing that. It's not good. It's not nice.
I don't know what. I mean, I just don't know what your job is,
bro. I don't know.
I just don't know what you do for a living.
I don't know what you do besides getting on my nerves.
Okay.
All of them. We had two guys come in. One was an anime artist amongst a billion other things. Super talented guy, and and then a yoga instructor. And we were talking to the kids, and we were sharing how like your whatever it is that you're passionate about, you can actually like a yoga instructor helps you breathe. Yeah. They help you connect with yourself, deal with stress, and connect with your inner peace or whatever. People make livings off of that.
Oh my God!
People make livings off of drawing and creating, and I I don't think it's by coincidence. You think about all these talents that you can actually form, and you took a chance. You had one thing under your belt from the parade, and then that came into something.
Yeah. So that's why I think it's important for like, I know you do stuff with kids too, but I think it's important for us to definitely go back. It's a term called Sankofa or whatever. You got to reach back, and you got to expose kids to stuff. You got to expose them. Once you expose them, then they're like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. And they can take it further than whatever we want to do. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Was there anybody that you liked their style that kind of influenced you? Like, was there anybody that you was like, I like that, I'm kind of...
It was a few shooters. I was watching through YouTube and different social media platforms that kind of inspired me. I was more so inspired by like some of the directors. Like Spike Lee was like, for me, I'm a young guy that didn't know much about film. So the first person that came to mind when I started doing what I was doing is like, oh, I got to do like Spike Lee. Like I got to make a Spike Lee joint. You know what I mean? So it was seeing those unorthodox angles and shots that made BK visual. Like it's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So I went to the YouTube University. Like I didn't go to no school, no proper educate, nothing. So it was like self-taught. And so the people that inspired me was, like I said, Spike Lee, seeing his movies and the angles. He was fearless. He wasn't doing the traditional way. He was doing it his way. And so like when I seen that, it was like that's what BK Visuals is. It's his way. You know what I mean? So like that's dope.
That's refreshing to hear, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why you act like that, bro. Like
what does BK stand for?
So that's my name. My name is Brandon Kennedy.
Do you do any research on our guests?
No, it's all good.
You do any research?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's so crazy though. So like originally it started off like, since everything happened so fast, I knew I had to get a business, and I couldn't think of a name. So I was like, B. Kennedy Photography, you know what I mean? And that's what my LLC is. It's B. Kennedy Photography. So I do.
You do a DBA?
Yeah, did a DBA for BK Visuals. So like, in the beginning I didn't know, man. I was like, it's gonna be my name. You know what I mean? Like,
Side B. Matter of fact, Ashley.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we rolling.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, Ashley here, she helped me to get my first business name, Go Train.
Okay.
Yeah, she helped me set that. You know what I'm saying? She's like, what are you about to do? I was like, I'm about to Go Train. She's like, why don't you just call your company that? Business. I was like, it's gonna help me set that up. Yeah.
She probably didn't want to talk to you too much longer.
Get it done, huh?
Yeah, like this,
first of all, that's my friend. Why are we in spaces right now? Is because we're friends. So clearly,
speaking of spaces, Space Jam 2 just came out.
Oh, I like what you did there.
But I didn't like what Space Jam 2 did.
Oh, I liked it.
I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like it. First of all, I'm a little bitter.
It's not for you, but go ahead.
Who was it for?
Kids.
So the reason why I didn't like it, I thought Space Jam, the first one, did a good job of including like NBA players, but their real self, not their animated version. You know what I mean? Space Jam 2 didn't do that for me. I was impressed with how they made the Looney Tunes characters relevant, because no kids are watching Looney Tunes right now. So how they kind of brought them back into the fall, I thought that was impressive. And I think that was another thing I was thinking about. Like, kids don't know. The average kid,
they don't, but they did a good job of telling their story and bringing it back.
Yeah. Plus, they had a lot of cool references, like that Mad Max reference. They had a whole bunch of references.
What'd you think, BK?
Be honest with you, man, I feel bad because I haven't even took the time to really look at it, man.
You ain't watched Space Jam 2?
Don't feel bad, bro.
Like, no, honestly, though, because I am a LeBron fan. Like, I like LeBron, man. I like what he's doing and stuff. So, like, it was one of those things I wanted to sit down and watch with my son, but it was like, I've been so busy lately. And I don't know. I think I want my memories to be Space Jam 1, and then it's just like, if my son sees Space Jam 2.
Y'all, people be so nostalgic, man.
It's like one of those things. It's like, I remember that was my childhood movie, so it's like, I'm not a kid anymore, so like for me to go back and watch it now, I'm only gonna think of the Space Jam 1, and it's like, I'm more or less comparing instead of watching.
Yeah,
Well,
but I think it's so. But I think LeBron did a good job of totally making it totally different.
He did.
Totally, it has nothing to do with Space Jam 1, really. You know what I'm saying? Besides like a couple references.
Yeah,
Because
I wish I would have. I wish it would have had a little bit
But
more.
it couldn't though, because that was. Do you realize Space Jam was 25 years ago?
Yeah.
25 years ago, bro.
They could have. I mean, look, the way they include LeBron and Jordan in the conversation today in real time, they could have done something with that.
Yeah,
but they just didn't want to.
But also, Jordan also is kind of, he doesn't play well with others. He probably didn't want to be associated with.
So I'm saying he
might not want. You know how he is. He just I'm the GOAT, and it is what it is.
Let me tell you though. Speaking of being nostalgic, I think how old are you? You 30s?
Yeah, I'm in the 30s, yeah.
So our generation, like the early to mid 90s, produced to me the greatest assortment of kids sports movies.
For sure.
Yeah, because you got to think, we had Sandlot.
You had, I mean, bro.
You had the Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks.
A lot of
3 or 4 of them joints.
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
You had Little Giants.
Little Giants.
Fumble Rooski.
Little Giants was such a great movie, bro. Like I don't know, man. I can't see with this thing on.
For sure. That was a classic.
You know
so many good movies.
Spike
man.
don't play with girls. Boy, what you talking about, man? Little Giants was hard. Little Giants was hard.
Did you want to be in that movie?
What? Man, I would have been all over that movie. I'd have been all over
What position were you?
So I played quarterback. So I'd try to play QB.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have tried to play receiver too, because it was kind of shaky on that position.
Yeah, my dude had to put the sticky on his head. Remember he was like trying to catch. It was shaky, bro. He could have easily played, man. I would have definitely been a little offensive lineman back then. You know, I was 200 pounds when I was 10 years old.
Husky.
Yeah.
Boy,
Literally wearing husky. He said husky. I used to have to wear them husky clothes. I had to wear the husky clothes.
20 husky. Give me the 20.
I said 20 husky. Oh, I hated that.
I'm not sure husky was the right way to describe 200.
That's what they called it. They called them huskies. I don't know.
They wear so much tight stuff these days.
Yeah.
It's like it's not.
It's nothing.
Yeah, they got big dudes wearing tight clothes.
Yeah.
Don't look at me, chump.
I ain't saying nothing.
It's all good.
I'm not insinuating anything.
Yeah, whatever.
Bro.
I kind of felt the heat.
I wanted to give you some props though, man. The 2-piece thing, man. I think I'm gonna start doing that.
The
too,
short set joint. Man, I appreciate you, man.
Joints is like very solid. I could do that look. You know
Bro, it's such a and then too they're comfortable, man.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
Let me ask you this though. We haven't talked about this in a while. How do you feel about ankle jewelry?
I think I don't have a problem with people who do it. I think my lady look better wearing it.
I don't have a problem with people doing it.
No,
I have a problem with
nice
someone who happens to want to do it.
I definitely want an ankle bracelet, right? But I've seen it on like some like very fashionable guys.
Fabulous rocking.
You know what I'm saying? Fabulous rocking. And I also saw it on warriors from like back in the day, tribes and stuff. Yeah. So I think it's so to me it's cool. I don't.
Sure.
I need you to wear.
It's not feminine. It's not feminine to me. Like some guys. You know what I'm saying? My makeup.
I'm not opposed to it. I just think my lady look better.
Yeah, and that's fair. And that's a fair assessment.
It is fair.
That's fair.
But as a brother of yours,
Chad,
I'm not associating myself with you anymore.
I don't care, Chad.
You do care. I'm gonna tell you why you care.
No.
Because your friendliness will go from 1 to none.
You can't say you're not associated with me because if people see me, they be like, "Hey, what's that dude from your show?"
We need to change that. That needs to be reconditioned.
How's that dude? What's that dude from Chad from your show? You're associated with me, bro. There's nothing you can do about it.
Someone asked me the other day. I was walking the dog, and they were like, "Hey, man, how's your partner doing?" I'm thinking he's talking about the dog. Oh, man, he's great. You know, man. You know, I'm in love with my dog right now. I love this little dude. And he's like, "No, I mean, James on the show." I'm like, "Oh, he's cool."
You know what I'm saying? What is that, bro? What is that?
He's all right.
Why is that? You know
You mean my dog? My dog
is your energy.
He's so cute.
It's amazing.
Oh, that guy.
James, whatever.
Yeah.
That's crazy. See, I don't have that energy for my friends. You know what I'm saying? I tell people I'm proud of you. You got a lot of things going on with Smoking Cyclists, and you know what I'm saying. And you got an event. When is it tonight? You trying to do a live? What you got?
Yeah. So this guy,
I want 10%.
Yeah, this guy on Instagram. He's got an IG show he goes live with, talking about cigars and whatnot. So I'll be going live at
La Fume?
7. Yep.
La Fume. So this was my idea.
What was your idea?
For you to start monetizing your influence at cigar shops.
Oh.
So I need a percentage.
Okay, so there's no money attached to this.
Okay, well.
And I'm glad you told me to make money.
Yeah. Well, you got to figure it out. Figure it out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, time out. You guys can't see this on camera, so you may not fully appreciate it. I ain't seen a pair of Bapes in a minute, but those are hard.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
You
The
can't-
show called Fresh and Fit.
Yeah. Man, cats always come on here and they show us up.
Always,
show us
bro.
up. They always come on here and show us up. We had Marlon reaching in his bag. He went hard.
Marlon out.
Dresses.
Did he?
Man. No, he came nice. He came fresh. He came fresh.
I've had 2 incidences where people were like, "Oh, he's fresh, who's fit?" Or "He's fit, who's fresh?" And we're both standing there. I'm like, "Damn,
that's crazy."
The audacity.
But it's really fresh and fit. Like that's our thoughts, like what we trying to create. Yeah.
And apparently we have some people out there that are very upset that we.
Oh, that we have a. I don't know, man. I'm so sick of them people.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you.
Because it was another fresh and fit, but it was like in Miami.
It is another fresh and fit.
But I've never heard of those guys before we created ours. I never heard of them.
Yeah.
And then 2, when we created ours, it was about actual being fresh and fit. Their podcast is not even about being fresh or fit. It's about
like a dating.
It's a dating podcast,
which is great.
That's cool.
It's great.
And you lames that are trolling us, you guys need that podcast. I've never needed a dating podcast, homie. Never. All right, so suck it.
This is 2005.
You know what I'm saying?
X5.
Bro, why is wrestling still popular, bro? Like people still go to like
until no one lives on this earth. Wrestling will be popular.
Wrestling's popular, and people. It's just I don't know, man.
It's
bro. I think mine stopped with WWF.
Yeah, I think I stopped around The Rock, Stone Cold when they came. I think that's kind of when I kind of was like, all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.
That's when they used to have the like reveal all episodes, where it'd be like, this is how we really, fake this or pull this off.
They had like ketchup packets. You know what I'm saying?
But then you would have people really getting hurt or dying.
Oh, bro. I mean, like those guys risk their lives in there for real. You know what I'm saying? To pull off stunts, it's crazy. But
day in and day out. I mean, they doing this every day almost.
Yep.
Man, would you do would you do any like celebrity wrestling or boxing out? You got this celebrity boxing there.
Definitely not boxing.
No, would you do that?
I have a fear of getting hit in my face. My nose specifically.
Would you do it?
I don't think I would do the boxing. If it was like a competition in terms of like fitness, though, I'd do that.
You do that, yeah.
Put other photographers up against me or other videographers.
Oh, you'd be the most fit. You'd be the most fit for sure. Like it ain't even. I don't.
Yeah, I would do something like that, but like to be in there fight. I'm not a fighter, so I wouldn't be like like Ocho, and then when they went out and
I think Ocho did a good job.
I think he did a great job.
Yeah, he did a great job, man. I was impressed, honestly.
Nate Robinson?
Nah,
not so much.
Nate's not a fighter. He's just a dude with a hot temper that gets into fights.
He's a brawler for sure.
He's a little brawler, yeah. He's just a little short fuse, little scrappy dude. And then he got slapped. You know what I'm saying?
That was
what's major is the Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul fight is happening here in Cleveland.
Right here, man.
End of the month.
Yeah, it's happening here. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go.
What are those tickets hitting for, you think?
I don't know. Probably, it can't be too expensive, man, because they're
why not?
It could be.
It's not like people don't fly in for these fights.
Yeah, Jake Paul is he's a big name now, man. It's a huge name. Hey, and Tyron Woodley, this is a real big test. Like, so we'll see. I'm kind of riding with Jake, even though Tyron Woodley's a UFC champion, bro. It's 2 different things.
I think he can take a punch though, man. You talking about someone in the ring who took kicks, knees, elbows.
Yeah, true.
What else? Yeah.
At
What
this
else do you
point,
need
it's
to
like
take?
you could throw anything at me, I could take it.
Yeah.
A punch too, it's like you ain't coming with like that foot or that ankle, that elbow. Like,
I got playfully kicked in the quad by someone who
does that.
Shall remain nameless. I was out, bro. My leg cramped up quickly.
No, for real. I mean, he can't. Of course, he can't pull out them tricks and stuff, but. Yeah. I don't know. I think he can take a punch. I think he can take a punch too.
question his hands, man, because even though Tyron Woodley does have knockout power, he's knocked guys out before, but his base is wrestling.
That's it.
It's wrestling. So like I'm thinking Jake, from what I hear and from what I've seen, man, he's kind of like he's like a prodigy, man. Like his skills are definitely way better than his brothers. You know what I'm saying? But his skills are just above his years. And the one thing about these guys, people keep talking about, oh, he's scared, he's this, he's that. They're not scared. They're ready to go in there and fight. They train hard. They train super hard because like even Logan fighting Floyd, he had to be in shape because he took a pounding.
For sure.
He took a pounding, so he had to be in good shape to be able to take those hits and still stand up. You know what I'm saying?
He held him up too. I seen.
Yeah, oh yeah, come on, yeah, of course. He had to hold him up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It was definitely a good fight.
But for him to be able to just stay in there 8 rounds with Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? He had to be in shape. He has some weight on him, but
plus you just entered a small percent of the universe.
Yeah,
for sure.
That would ever do that.
Would ever do it.
Have
done.
Because you could say all day I would, but okay, no one's coming to watch you fight.
Oh yeah. And that's another pressure. So like, remember we talked to Boone about that. So like, he was like the lights, the pressure, the walking out, the crowd, everything. So everything that he had learned, and I've seen even some professional fighters do that. Everything he learned, he kind of threw it out the window, and then he got clipped. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because it's that pressure, man.
Yeah.
I think Conor McGregor kind of had that effect on people. Ali kind of had that effect on people where you just, where I'm gonna make such a big spotlight on you. Mike Tyson had that effect on people. You know what I'm saying? You come in the spotlight, now it's boom. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Do you are you planning on shooting anything or being for that event?
You know what? I am gonna reach out. I know a few of the fighters. I think one of our local fighters is fighting on that.
On that card too. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna reach out to a couple of fighters and see if if they had a need for it. And I'd love to be a part of it though. It's right here for the city. So.
Do you have a media pass?
So like the way that work is, you contact the promoter, whoever's on the charge of the event.
Okay.
And then usually your credential, they have you send in something that show who you are, and then from there they kind of set it up. Or you might just personally get reached out. Like sometimes they reach out to certain shooters because they know you do this in the city and they bring you on board. So yeah.
You need someone to help carry your bag or something?
It's so crazy, man. That's like it's like an unspoken thing. Like they don't really. So like it's never like a situation where it's like shooters have like a lot of rules. Like we come in with bags, we can come in with 2-3 people. You know what I mean? It's never one of those things like when you come by yourself. Like it's just like
shooters. You do get a pass.
What are you doing?
Because you're documenting the history. You know what I'm saying? And that's everything.
For sure.
That's like media makes stars. Like if there's no media, then no one knows what you're doing. No one knows what's happening. You can't be or you're still a star, but you're just not shining as bright, rather. You know what I'm saying?
Like YouTube, it's like, you get exposed. Like your talent, you could be the most talented. We talk about it in the city growing up in Cleveland, how many guys that were league bound, but just they weren't exposed. They didn't get the exposure.
They didn't get the grades, didn't go to camps, didn't do, you know what I'm saying?
But even if all that, maybe no one was coming to check on them.
Yeah, you see that a lot.
No one was uploading videos to... Was a huddle and all that stuff.
Yeah, but so that's the one perk now with this generation. They got it's so easy now. You
got high schoolers with thousands of followers.
Yeah,
thousands.
Absolutely.
High schoolers.
Absolutely. As they should, man. Yeah. I mean, they're entertaining. I mean, them cats took a shot.
What you guys think? They think they're gonna start paying the high school players like they're doing with the college thing now?
Golly.
No, but I do think that. But high schoolers have always been able to work and do stuff without a problem. It's just the college athletes because it was the amateur rules. Yeah, you've been able to have jobs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it was the amateurism thing that was messing with the college. But I think high school cats would be for sure. Like
you think? But you're asking.
Well, I mean, you think
they'll get paid?
All you gotta do is do an internship. All I gotta do is dress it up. Internship. You in high school? Oh, I'm doing an internship with you. I'm doing it for Nike or whatever or whoever. Boom. That's what New Balance did with that one cat. They said, oh, you don't want to go to college. Cool. You become an intern with us for $1 million, and sent him to like Italy or somewhere to go play while he was interning at New Balance. And then when he got out, he ended up getting drafted the next year, top 5 or whatever.
With the deal already in hand.
Just bounce, boom. So it's like I think they gonna find ways to get right, get tight. And plus high school, man, high school cats been getting paid like a little bit.
Scholarships, different stuff.
Yeah,
sure.
Figure it out.
Man, the Alabama, I don't know what off exactly, but the Alabama quarterback, before he even hiked the ball this year, has already made over $800,000.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
As he should, man.
What you think about?
Sure, but it's still crazy.
I mean, it's the game is faster, stronger, bigger. So like your risk is a lot more. Like
the windows are small.
Imagine, bro, if Tim Tebow could have got paid when he was in college,
man, he would have been.
He'd have been set, bro, because he was the most popular polarizing figure I can remember in college,
sure.
Bro. He was taking
over
over
the league. They were still finding a way to keep him in the light, for sure.
Bro, the fact that he's playing tight end right now with Jacksonville just proves how impactful Tim Tebow was.
Sure.
Man, bro, he had his jersey the year when he was like a Heisman candidate. His jersey outsold Tom Brady, everybody. He had the highest selling jersey.
I think if LeBron, I feel like if they had it for high school, he would have did about the same.
Oh man,
for sure. He was selling out games. I mean, we would come to the queue and sold out games.
So that was one perk.
High school.
I played at Akron University for my freshman year, and he was a senior. So their home games was at Akron U.
Right, and selling them out though. We talking about high school.
I saw him play I think his junior year. He played it here at Cleveland State, and walked in after halftime. Second half just started. Clock starts. He's not out yet. Maybe a play in. He comes out of the court, towel on his shoulders, walks right by the bench, throws his towel on the bench, checks himself into the next one. I was like, ooh, he cold, man.
He was amazing, bro. High school, bro, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was. I mean, he was a giant amongst men, amongst kids,
boys. Amongst boys. Yeah. He's a grown man, body man. Speaking of which, have you guys seen like the comparison between Giannis when he first started?
Oh man,
right to now, like his body development.
He looked like a volleyball player.
Man, now he's swole. He is swole compared to where he was at, man. And I hope other players watch his growth and development, because a lot of people talk about what he can't do that, but the things that he can do, he does them to the best of his ability, and he works so hard, man. And I'm so sick of like NBA players who don't like work out, and like I hate hearing that. Like, oh, you don't work out, okay, well that's why you're always injured. See, he damn near tore his MCL up, but because like, he's so strong, his legs was like, cool, we gonna bounce back. And that's why you work out, not to always gain muscles and muscular, but when you're an athlete, you're working out so you can build that strength in your ligaments and bones, to make sure that you're strong for impact and injuries. You know what I'm saying? Prevention. So I don't know, man. I'm congratulations to Giannis, man, on just actually being Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? But being better. Like
being so much better.
So much better. Like he has the same skill set as someone like a Ben Simmons. And everybody's like, oh, Ben Simmons, trash, get him out of here. And everybody, but Giannis, same skill set, MVP. So that just speaks to his mindset, man. So that's crazy.
He's got a slightly better skill set too. Giannis.
Not really though. Not really.
If Giannis, the fact that Giannis can make a three maybe once a game, maybe. Ben Simmons won't even attempt. Like, you're not even respecting him out there. Because he doesn't shoot, not because he's a bad shooter, even if he is a bad shooter, but because he doesn't shoot, you shrink the court.
Yeah.
And you can play off him. And then you got to also think what that does to your psyche. Like, you're a guard, and they're giving you 15 feet.
Yeah.
And everyone on the court knows you're not shooting the ball.
Self-check.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that does to your psyche, and I think it showed in the playoffs this year.
Oh, a lot, yeah.
The one moment I think about, he had the ball underneath the hoop, wide open, passed it to his teammate.
It messed up the time, and ended up losing the game.
Looking at him, but the guy was like, "Why did you pass me the ball?"
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, man. So I just say, look, know your strengths. Know your weaknesses, and man, and I think I just like Giannis winning the championship this year, because it just spoke to someone just grinding it out. Like, he just grinded that out, man, and put it, man. You can say what you want about him, talk about his game, but the man, and that's similar to life. Like, the man won the championship. Like, you understand it too, because like you're in Cleveland. In Cleveland, we tend to like hate our own people. Like it's such a crab in a barrel mentality here in Cleveland, where like you don't want to see other people from Cleveland shine. I don't know what it is, but people see it. So you understand what it is to grind, and then just finally start popping. You know what I'm saying? And so like I just respect that, and I think that was sports. That's all sports is. It's a visual representation of life. You know what I'm saying? So like when you watch a boxing match, you watch a fight, you watch a basketball game, that's a visual representation of the ups and downs, the roller coasters, the flow of life. You know what I'm saying? And he says he's not a fighter, but he is, because you fighting every day. You fighting to survive. You know what I'm saying? You fighting to thrive every day. You know what I'm saying? So we all are. We all are fighters. We all trying to fight for something. You know what I'm saying? So that's James. That's a little wisdom for your boy today, man. But hey, guys. Before we get out of here, man, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you show us some love. BK, where can people see you, man? Where can they find you?
They can find me on all the channels. It's the same, BK Visuals. That's BKVISUALS_ on social, on Instagram, and then pretty much BK Visuals across the other channels. I got a website for my mercs now, so it's bkvisualsmercs.com, and you can find all the stuff that I got.
I also want to say this, because I don't know if we made it clear or not. BK, you've played a huge part in us starting this podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so thank you, bro.
Definitely appreciate that, bro.
Hey, where do you interact with people the most? Like some people want to. Are you a Twitter? Are you an Instagrammer? You like?
Man,
what do you feel like you interact with people the most at?
Black Planet, MySpace.
So to be honest with you, man, I'm more active on Instagram, but I typically I've been trying to find times now where I can be on there and engage.
Okay,
I usually just go on there and post, and then I'm off of it because I try to get back to something else. But like now, I'm trying to be more involved and more engagement with my my fan base and different people I'm working with. So I'm being more involved, liking pictures, trying to comment on things, reaching out to people when I see they have events and stuff going on. So social media wise, it would be Instagram, but I post on all the channels.
Okay.
So you'll see the work on everything, but Instagram is probably the best bet to catch me.
Gotcha.
All right.
Appreciate it, bro.
And just like that, you guys. See you. We out.